Okay, so today we will start Microsoft Excel as I mentioned before. So we will start the basics today. So basically what we will learn is the different names of all the icons, everything we will learn similar to what we learned in Microsoft Word. Some of them are common in the top, especially for those who joined the Word session. This is quite very similar, and the rest of the things are new. So we will learn the screen, what is the name, everything. And then we will learn today how to create a workbook, how to save it, how to open and close. And then we will also learn about how to modify those worksheets. So it's quite a lot of topics. So please pay attention. And anything, if you're not sure, you can always ask. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I just put everybody in mute during the class. Everybody, please stay on mute. When you have doubts, only you unmute and you ask. Or if I ask you any questions, then you can unmute and answer so that the video recording is very clear. Because sometimes some of the background noise so disturbing, so the video may not be clear. So for that purpose, we put everybody in mute. And only when you have doubts or when I ask questions, you can just unmute yourself and reply. Okay, so that's some small ground rule. So basically, this is the topic for today. We will learn the screen, what is the different names. Then we will learn how to create and how to modify.
Excuse me, sir. Can I ask something?
Yes, okay.
Yeah, actually, I don't have the basic knowledge also about the computer. So how from where I can start from first?
Do you have a computer?
Basic knowledge also I don't have.
Okay.
I mean, I am very new
Okay. But do you
about
have a
it.
computer?
I have computer, but I just using like entertainment purpose only. I don't know something much. I just using as like myself. Nobody teach me or I don't have any knowledge about it also much.
No problem. Later after the class, I show you some of the videos links I can give you. You go there and find the video of Microsoft Word. And when you go tomorrow, you try to, if you don't have the software, they will load for you.
Okay,
Then
okay.
try to support. You see the videos first. Hopefully you can understand because it's quite simple.
Okay, sir.
Because
Thank you.
whatever the class we are teaching here, we are recording. So you
Okay,
can
sir.
look back at the past lesson. Today we are starting a fresh class. So everybody is also same like you. So you can imagine that
Oh,
everybody also fresh today.
okay, sir.
So this
Okay,
topic,
thank you.
everybody also new. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So you pay attention, you can learn for sure.
Okay,
If
sir.
you have
Thank you.
doubts, you can ask. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. So uh, how to start with? Okay, I will explain the different names. So you can look at this. This top portion, this is very similar to Microsoft Word. This is the title bar, same like Microsoft Word. This top is the quick access toolbar. This small portion here you see is called the name box. And here is the formula bar. Whatever formula we use is here. And this is the same ribbon, groups, same like Microsoft Word. So I'll not spend much time on that. And you can see here, there are two, if you see here, there's a lot of boxes. Each box is called cell, active cell. You see, there's a small box. So it is like a collection of all boxes. Each box is called cell. And when you put your cursor on one box, it will be highlighted. That is called active cell. That means when you click on one cell that will be highlighted, that is called active cell, and you look here on the top, the vertical, this is highlighted. On the horizontal, this is highlighted. So these vertical things are called columns. A, B, C, D, all these are called columns. 1, 2, 3, all these things is rows. So imagine row and column. Same like in your classroom, usually you have, right? Different how many column, how many rows of benches. So same way. A, B, C, D is called columns. 1, 2, 3, all these numbers are called rows. So now pay attention clearly. When you select one cell, the active cell, this number is displayed in the name box. So how the name comes? First the column name and then followed by the row name. So in this case, you see here, this is H column, right? Because H column is highlighted. So this is H and row is 9. So together the name of the cell is H9. Okay, so I repeat again, the cell, this is highlighted and this is called column. This is the row. So the name is comprised of the column name followed by the row name. So the name is H9. Okay, so this is the column heading. This is the row heading, which we just covered. You can see this, there will be few icons. This is all the scrolling buttons. Okay, don't be worried. All these materials will be shared to you and you no need to mug up everything now. Don't be confused. After the class, you can, when you try to look at your computer, you will understand more. I will also show you now after explaining to you. Then when you see, you will try to learn again. So there are a few arrow marks here to scroll. This is to scroll the different sheets. You see here, there are different tabs. This is called the Workbook tab. And each one is called sheet. The same like how you have different files, something like that. So this is called sheet, different sheets. If you want new sheet, you can click here. It will increase, add one more sheet. This scroll bar is to shift the columns and column to the left and right. You have the view buttons here to look at different views. And finally, this is the zoom button where you can increase or decrease the size to see. And this is the vertical scroll bar. Okay, so now I will go to Excel. I will show you again. Now I will explain how to go to Excel, just for the benefit of doubt for the new person. How do you go there to Excel? There are a few ways. First, you see in your taskbar whether you see an icon like this, X symbol. If you have that, you can just click it directly. So this is one option. You can look at your taskbar. If you don't have, you look at your desktop, whether you have the same symbol like X. If you have this, you click it, you can go in. If you don't have, you will have the search button. So just go to the search button. You type here Excel. So when you type this, you will get this. For me, I have both 2007 version and 2016 version. So I'm choosing the 2016 version. So all of you later, when you go and practice, you check what version you are having here. If you have 16 or 2019, that's good. You already have the software. Even if you have 2019, no problem. Whatever syllabus we teach, you can able to do exactly the same thing. But if you have the 2007 version, you don't have the 2016, tomorrow you go there to upload it, they will do it free of charge. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
2010 can I have 2010?
I suggest it's better you install the 2016 also, because
Okay, noted.
some of
Okay,
the formats are more advanced here.
Okay, noted, sir.
So yeah,
So I already
because
have
if
set up
you
to
use
2019.
2010, sometimes the screen that I share, the icons that I share may look different for you. So you may not be able to understand. So that is the reason we encourage you to install 2016.
I have one more question. You have any video clips for how to download? Because if I am not possible to go there, so I can watch video and can learn how to download.
Oh, this one is you cannot download free from somewhere because this one
Oh,
people have the software. They have to
yes.
install it in your machine. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
you cannot download freely from internet. Nobody gives you freely. Yeah. So you need to be going with there so that they can install for you. Okay. Okay. So go to search button as I explained just now and type Excel. So now I entered. So I double click and Microsoft Excel opens for me. Okay. So when you open, this is the first page that you will see. Okay, I will teach you this again later, but now I just go in. I will show this. Okay, so this is how when you create a new workbook, how this is how it will look like. Okay, just a second. Okay, so can you see my screen? Is everybody able to see the screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I see.
Okay, fine. Okay, so this is how the Microsoft Excel looks like. Excel, basically, we are using it to do some calculations, or sometimes you can store data and do very small calculations. Sometimes even without calculation, because this is in table form, you can easily make a lot of tables and you can store data. But the main function of Excel is to use the formula to do some calculations so that you can do addition, subtraction, you can make tables, you can make charts. So easy to do a lot of data analysis. So that is the main purpose of Microsoft Word, Excel, sorry. So for those who learned Word, this is very similar in the top, right? You have the title bar where the name of the document is there. This column is called the quick access toolbar, where all the frequently used tools are being added. This is the different tabs. Each tabs will have the different groups. These groups are very similar to the Microsoft Word groups as well. Of course, some are different, but the concept is the same. This is the name. You remember what is this? This is the name box. And this is the next one is the formula bar. Can you all remember this? So this is the name bar and formula bar, same like what we have here. Right, so this is the name box. Okay, let me do side by side for you. Okay, now you can see clearly. You see, this is the name box here. So this is what is here. The name box will show. And this is the formula bar. Now you can see this is the active cell. This is the active cell. And what is the name of the active cell? The column is C, the row is 12. So the name is C12. And you can see here C12. When I change here, now this is the
C12. C12, yes.
okay. So now which is the active cell?
D6.
Okay. Why it is D6? Because Column D?
Column number D and row number 6.
Okay. Just now who answered?
Mainuddin.
Okay, very good. Okay, next chance, Ahmed Mia. Okay, can you tell me what is the row name and column name and the total name?
Column name H, roll name 11. H11.
Very good. Ganesh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you tell what is the cell name now?
F17.
Very good. Nurul, you want to try? What is the name now?
I10. Column
Okay.
number I and
Okay,
column
good.
10.
Mia Shakil?
I16, column number I and row number 16.
Very good. Okay, Sobos?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you name what is the active cell name?
Active cell name I21.
No. Okay, you see carefully. This is the cell highlighted. You see the top. This is H.
20
This is H.
is, oh, sorry.
Okay, you see this?
Yes.
This is the active cell. This is H. This is 30. So H30. And you can find the name in the name box. Okay.
Sir.
You
Okay,
try
sir.
one more time. Okay, can you
J14.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, so this is very important because all the functions you need to know this basic thing. Okay, so anytime you don't understand, anybody can stop. So the fundamentals are very important. So very good. Everybody can understand things very fast. So this is the name box. This is the formula bound. You see, everybody please see the cursor. This is the formula bar in the document. You see here, this is the formula bar. This is all the column heading. This is the row heading. This is the work tabs. Okay, and this is the scroll button, tab scrolling button. And insert worksheet is here. And this is the horizontal scroll bar. This is the horizontal scroll bar. This is the vertical scroll bar. So you want to scroll to your left, right to see the different column, you can use the horizontal scroll bar. You want to see up, down, different rows, you use the vertical scroll bar. And this is the different view buttons, different views. Later we will learn about it. And this is the zoom. You press the size increase and decrease. So this is the zoom button. Okay, is it clear now? Anybody have doubts on the basic layout, how the Excel wordings, the names? Anything doubt for anyone?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So next I will go to, so now I will close this again and I will open a new sheet. Okay, so I go to here, I search, since I already searched, I have open. Okay, so when I open this, you will get the window like this. Okay, so this is the first thing that you will see when you see the open up a new document. Okay, so when you see this, now you are learning how to create a new workbook. So this view is called backstage view. Okay, this is called the backstage view. So when you want to create a new document, you see here the option blank workbook. Because you don't have anything, you want to create a blank workbook, I just click here. And this will lead to the empty workbook. Okay. So this is how to create a empty, fresh, new workbook. Okay, clear? So now you will learn how to save the file. So it's very similar to Word. Click on the file, save. Because this is the first time, there is no name, it will ask us save as. So you need to find which location you want to save it. You want to save it in your drive, or you want to save it in your documents, or you want it to be the desktop. You can decide. So you can just choose, okay, and then save as maybe lesson-1. So for practice, I will choose this as desktop, but you can choose other folders later. So I just save this. You see, the minute we save, the name changed to lesson-1. From book 1, it changed to lesson-1. So this is how it saves. So now I minimize my screen and I look, you can see in my desktop, the file is saved. So this is how you create a new workbook and then you can save it. So now the next thing is, now you started to use Excel, you have a lot of files. You wanted to open an existing file. How do you do that? Simple as that. You click on File, go to Open. But you should know which folder your documents are. If you know, you click on Browse, then you have to choose whether it is in a desktop or it is in the Drive. Maybe I know it is in Drive, IFF, Excel, Lesson-1. Maybe I saved something here. Okay. Then I can choose, I can open. Okay. So I can choose something like that. But if you have used this document recently, for example, you want to open existing, you can click the open. It will be here. The recent files that you have worked will be stored here. Like today, I worked on this file. This week, I have used all these files. Previously, I used all these files. So all these things you can choose. Okay. So this is how you can open the other file. Anybody have doubts so far? Before I move to the next step, any doubts?
No, sir.
No doubts. Okay. So the next is you learned about opening a existing file. The next topic you will learn is, okay, when you enter a lot of data, for example, how to enter data. You want to type something, you can just type name, you can type. You want to go to the next column, you can just press tab. Age. Okay. You want to write anything, you can type below, it will be automatically. You can type and keep using the tab buttons to move up and down. Or you can use your cursor to go to any cell. Once you have done that, you need to save the file. If not, all the information will be lost. So you save the file. So the next thing is, after you finished all your work, you want to close your workbook. So how do you do that? You have to look at the cross button at the right corner. So this is the close button. You can see there are two other things, which is minimize and resize. Actually, basically, you don't want to close this, but you want to work on some other, you want to maybe watch YouTube, you can just minimize this. So your file will be still open here. But you want to close it because you have done your work, you just go and press the close button. The file will be closed and it is not open here. So this is the two difference. Okay. Okay, just pause for a while because her sister is here to take attendance. Okay, we will start the class again. Okay, so now we learned about how to share the screen again. So we learned about the different tabs, and we also have learned how to create a new workbook, how to save, how to open an existing document, and how to close the workbook. So we have covered these topics. So the next topic will be how to modify. Okay, so we will learn all these things now, and after that, today's portion will be covered. Okay, so we can open the file. I chose the existing file. Okay, so now we can learn about how to do the modification of the files. So the first step is I explained to you how to enter the information, right? You want to type name, age, nationality, maybe designation. So you can type. And below you want to type all the different people, name, age. You can just type and you can continue to you feed the information. All these are saved in sheet. You can see here below, it's called sheet 1. So all this information is saved in sheet 1. So now you want to create another sheet. You just have to press the plus button here. See, it's a new sheet. Here everything is blank. You press on sheet 1, you have the information that you created. Sheet 2 is a different sheet, so this is fresh. So this is useful sometimes when you want to prepare a lot of information. So you have like different layers. You have keep it all the information in different places. Or if you don't need, you can just use it in one sheet. It depends on your work. You want to add one more, you just press. So it just keeps adding. And the name is automatically assigned by the computer. Okay. So the next is you want to create a copy of this sheet. Maybe you typed a lot of information, but you want to make some amendments. So you want to make a copy of it and try it whether the amendments are working. You can do so. How do you copy? You go to the sheet 1, right click. You see here, move or copy. Click on it. So you can see whether you want to make a copy or you want to move. So I want to move. If I want to move it to the end. I just select this. You see below, sheet 1 is the first sheet, left side first sheet. Now I want to move it to the end. I click OK. You can see that the sheet is moved to the end of the document, all the sheets. Sheet 1 is to the end. So this is called move option. So now I will just undo. Okay. I want to move it back to before sheet 3. Okay, I move. Now I will show how to create a copy. Right click, move a copy. You select the create a copy. And where you want this copy to be there. You want it after the sheet 1, but before the sheet 3. So you can see here before sheet. So it is before sheet 3. Create a copy. Click OK. It automatically comes sheet 1 with a new name because sheet 1 is a copy. So this is how you make a copy of the worksheets. Okay. Any doubts?
So one more time, yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me repeat again. From the beginning, I will show. Okay. Okay. So this is the sheet 1. Initially, you got nothing, right? I will maybe open a new file and show. So it's easy for you. Okay. So a new file, you have only one sheet. So this is the sheet 1. Now I want to copy the thing I will teach first. Before that, I will show you how to insert new sheets. So when you want to have new sheets, you just press the plus button. So you get new sheets. How many you want, you can continue to press. Okay. Press, so many sheets will keep coming. So now sheet 1 is here. I want to move the sheet 1 behind to the end after the sheet 7. So I just click here, right click, move or copy. This is sheet 7. So I want it to move to the end. Click OK. You see here, sheet 1 from here, move to sheet here, behind sheet 7. This is the move function. See again, I move now back to the original position. I want it before sheet 1. I move it. So it come back to the original position. So this is the move function. The next is copy. Move means there is only one sheet, but you just change the place. It's like taking your book from one place, you keep it and put, maybe you have a sheet of paper, you take from your table and put to the other side of the table. So that is called move. But you want to make a copy, is like how you make a photocopier in the photocopy machine. So that is what is copy. Sheet 1, right click, move or copy. I want to create a copy. So you need to click and make this is having a tick mark. The next one, you need to select where the new sheet is supposed to be. I want it before sheet 2. Or you want it after the end, you can also choose. So I choose at the end. Okay. So now you see sheet 1 is here and the copy of sheet 1 is here. So is it clear now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So this is how to create new sheets. You learned about the move function. Next is sheet 1. So if you are doing any office work, maybe sheet 1, you don't want to have a sheet work. Sheet 1, you want to change the name. Maybe this is all the personal details of the worker. Maybe you want to change it. So you right click, you can rename it. Maybe you want to write details. You can do so. Right? There are two ways. One is you right click, rename. This will get selected. And when it is selected like this, you can change. Okay. The other option is you double click. Like this sheet, I double click. Also, you can do in this manner. So now the sheet 2 is highlighted. You can change the name. Okay. So you can say site details. Maybe you want to write. So you can have, so this name you can keep according to what information you are storing here, you can rename. If you don't want to rename, it's also okay. It is not necessary that you need to have. Okay, so it is not necessary to have a name of the sheet, but it is good that you can rename it accordingly. So this is about how to rename. Okay, so next is move the worksheet to another workbook. Okay, so this is interesting. So for this option, you need to have the two files open. You want to shift this sheet to another file. So understand the difference. This is in book 1. Book 1, you have many sheets. So first you learn how to move or copy within the same workbook 1. I'm not changing this place from workbook. It's the same book 1. Now the next step is you can learn also how to change this to another workbook. So first step is you need to make sure that file is open. So go to open, go to lesson 1. Okay, I have this file. So I have the two files. Now I go back to the book 1. I want to copy this to the lesson 1 workbook. So right click, move or copy. You see here, the top. Below is the same thing, but you just have to pay attention here to book. So to which book? Click on the drop menu, lesson 1. So I want it in lesson 1 before sheet 1, or I want it at the end. So I want it after sheet 1. So I put here, create a copy. Okay. So now you can see that tab copy is copied in this file. I go to the other file, lesson 1. I have this. I go to book 1. Also, I have details. Right. But okay, now I go to site details. Maybe I enter some data. So it's easy to understand. Okay, I have some data here. Now I want to move this to the other workbook, not move to the other sheet site. I want to move it to the other workbook. I right click, move, go to workbook. So here you have to click on the down arrow. The drop down menu will show you the lesson 1. Select lesson 1 and where you want. I want it at the end. I'm moving it, so I don't want to create a copy. So if I do so, this sheet from book 1 will disappear because this is taken and placed on the other side. Okay, so I click OK. Site details, you see, name, age, this is coming here to lesson 1. And the other workbook, you see, site details, this sheet is gone because it has been moved to the other side. So this is the difference between move and copy. Is it clear? Or you want to repeat one more time? Anybody have doubts?
No, sir. Okay. Clear.
Okay. So you have learned about this. Okay, so the next one is, okay, you will learn, okay. Sometimes you have created some information, but you don't want it to be seen. You want to only show to your, maybe your supervisor some data, but all the other information that you gathered, you don't want to show to him. You can hide the sheet. Okay, I go to lesson 1. Okay, you have so many sheets. You want to show to your supervisor only this sheet. You don't want to show the side, maybe, or you want to show this, you don't want to show the details. You can just hide it. Right click and click the hide. Now this file is, that particular sheet is not seen here, right? But it is not deleted. It is just kept hidden. So how do you bring it back? Just press right click and unhide. It will ask which sheet details. Okay. So now I want to hide both sheet 1. I want to hide details. I right click and hide. So now I have only the site details, for example. Now when you want to unhide, you listen carefully. I right click, unhide. You see here, you can see the menu. It is asking which sheet you want to unhide, whether it's sheet 1 or details. So when you do more, when you are hiding more sheets, you have the choice to choose which sheet you can unhide. So I choose details. Okay, so it is unhidden. So I click again. Of course, there is only one more sheet that is in the hide mode. So that is also displayed. So this is how to hide and unhide the different worksheets. Is it clear? This is simple. Okay. So the next one is how to change the color and how to delete the sheet. I'll show you now. We are almost coming to the end of the class today. So now you see all are same color. You want to make it colorful, you just right click. Okay. You want to delete. Okay, first thing I will show you how to delete it. So first you learned here how to hide, right? You hide and right click and hide. So this is just hiding it. You want to delete. How do you do that? Right click and delete. If you delete, it will be permanently removed. Okay, you cannot remove bring it back. So delete, the sheet is gone. So this is the delete worksheet. Okay. So this is the delete option. Okay, you want to make the color for different tab, you right click, go to tab color. So I want the tab to be red color, you choose this. You see the tab is shown in red color. Maybe this one you want to be in green color, go to tab color, you can choose. You can choose, green, it is green. So you can see green, red. So you can use this to differentiate. So this is just for your understanding. You want to do this way, you can use it. Okay. So this is about today's portion. Okay, let me go back to the PowerPoint. So you can see here, okay. So we have learned about how to display worksheet, create worksheet, rename, how to move the worksheet from one workbook or another workbook, how to copy, how to hide and hide, tab color and delete. So this is about all the topics that we learned. Okay, now before I close, okay, we have prepared materials for you to learn after the class. Okay, from Word we don't have this much of information, but we have started to develop some materials for you that you can refer to. So other than the video that we will share, we will also share this lesson material, which you can see is very detailed and very step by step. So you can see the screen with the number. So number one is title bar, 2 is file tab. So this material will also be shared to you. Okay. So the next thing is whatever you learned here, I will share now. So you can see all the steps. Each and every step will be shown to you. Every single step that you learn today is here. There is some other alternate methods also shown in this method which you can practice. Okay. So now the most important thing is the homework. Okay. The homework is in the second, I don't know why this is.
Hello.
சார்
எல்லாரும் மெயின் செக்ஷன்
எல்லாருக்கும் main session வந்துருச்சு.
எல்லாருக்கும் மெயின் செக்ஷன் வந்துடுச்சு.
What happened?
All
Okay. Okay. So please pay attention. Your homework is in the page 8. Okay. I will send this document. Your homework is in page 8. There are two things you need to do. Create workbook, modify workbook. How to do this? I will send to Excel workbook. One of the file name will be create workbook. Another file name is modify workbook. So you just have to follow these instructions and send back the two workbooks back to me in the WhatsApp group. Okay. Is it clear?
okay, sir.
Okay. I will send you the. Okay. These two files I will send you. You see the name, create workbooks, modify workbooks.
Modify workbooks.
Two file I will send.
Okay, okay.
And you have to follow section 1.1. You have to follow using the create workbooks workbook. For the next portion, you need to use the modify workbook. Okay, so I just wanted to explain you the homework how you. So this material should be really very useful for you. So it's more detailed. So please, after the class, you watch the video and you can also refer to the materials and you practice. Excel is very useful tool. It will be very useful if you start to become a supervisor role or something. So please learn it, and any doubts you can ask. Okay. And